Okay, so now let us look at one problem. You're going to use the integration by parts. So the problem is integral e to the power of 9x cosine of 5x dx. Okay, so when we're trying to use the integration by parts, we need to select the u and v prime, right? So I can write this u v prime dx equals uv minus u prime v dx. Okay, that's the integration by parts. So we can set u equals e to the power 9x. V prime is cosine of 5x. Okay. Then correspondingly, u prime is going to be 9 e to the power 9x. And v, when you integrate this, it will give you its 1/5 sine of 5x. Okay, so that's what we have. And then just substitute in to see what's going on. So u times v, which is 1/5 sine of 5x, okay, times e to the power of 9x minus integral u prime times v, which is 9 e to the power 9x times 1/5 sine of 5x dx. Okay, so it turns out that this integral, we're going to use integration by parts again. Okay, let's see how do we do that. Well, we can first of all just copy and paste here. Okay. Makes sense. So we can factor the 9/5 out. So 9x sine of 5x dx. And then if we only focus on this, apply integration by parts, u is still 9x, and v prime, it can become into sine of 5x. Then corresponding to u prime, it can be 9 e to the power of 9x. And v, it can be negative 1/5 cosine of 5x. Okay, so when we get this, we can do sine of 5x times e to the power of 9x minus 9/5 brackets u times v, it can be negative 1/5 cosine of 5x, okay, times e to the power of 9x, okay, minus the integral. Let's see, so we have 9 e to the power of 9x times negative 1/5 cosine of 5x dx. Okay, and then again bracket. So seems there are some work, but let's try to remove those brackets to see what happened. So we have 1/5 sine of 5x times e to the power 9x. This is minus, this is not a minus. It becomes into plus 9/25 cosine of 5x times e to the power 9x. Okay, and therefore here you have a minus here, you have minus here, you have another minus. So it turns out this is going to be minus, and this is 9/5 times another 9/5. So it gives you is 81/25. This integral. Okay, integral e to the power of 9x times cosine of 5x and then dx. And look at what we have here. So if I move up, do you recognize that our original integral appears again here? So it's our integral equals this guy plus this guy minus 81/25 times the integral. Okay, so we actually can solve for our integral, which is going to be 1 plus 81 over 25 times this integral e 9x cosine of 5x dx equals 1 over 5 sine of 5x times e to the power 9x plus 9 over 25 cosine of 5x e to the power of 9x. Okay. And turns out you can, this can be made as a common factor, which is going to be 25 over 25 plus 81 over 25. Okay. And then times this, just to copy and paste. And then, we can factor this e to the power of 9x out. So it's e to the power of 9x. So inside is 5 sine 1 over 5 sine 5x plus 9 over 25 cosine of 5x. Okay. And then we can divide by this. It turns out this is what we have. Okay. So it turns out e to the power 9x cosine of 5x dx is going to be, this going to be 106. So it's going to be 106. On top is 25. E to the power 9x. Of course, you can simplify, but the other thing I would remind you is, when we trying to solve this integrals here to the very end, you should add a arbitrary constant c. Okay, of course, you can simplify this result, but you get the basic idea. So we're gonna use the integration by parts twice. Okay, apply once here, and then for this integral, apply again, and then turns out we formulated another term that is identical with what we have in the very beginning. So we can solve for that algebraically, and then that will be our answer. Okay, so hope you enjoy this video.